So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a garden map for your garden. Now we're going to be utilizing Gemini, which is an online app that you can use similar to ChatGPT, but this is the Google version. Now it's free. Anybody can use it if you have a Gmail account. All you have to do is go to gemini.google.com. Okay. So for a lot of people, it's important to get a visual of how they want their garden set up before they start to plant certain things. And so I'm going to show you how to do just that using Gemini. So the first thing that I would recommend, and I understand a lot of you are not into AI and using things like that, especially as it pertains to gardening. You want to come away from it as much as possible. I understand that, but there are some people that are interested in utilizing this as a tool. So the first thing you can see is I'm going to ask it to create a garden map for a 4 by 14 foot garden bed that gets 4 to 6 hours of sunlight per day. This is for a garden that is in grow zone 5B. Order the crops you recommend by most sunlight needed to the least. So I've given it everything that it needs, and it's very important that you're very informative when it comes to uh, giving information so you can get the right output, right? So right off the bat, it's got the size, it's got the amount of sunlight, it's got my grow zone. So now let's go ahead and hit submit and see what it comes up with. So it says in grow zone 5B, 46 hours of sunlight is considered partial shade. And so you can see what it recommends. You can see cherry tomatoes or bush beans, carrots and beets, and it gives you the amount of sunlight that they need to really thrive. You got kale, Swiss chard, which is more your low, moderate light. Then you've got lettuce, spinach, and arugula, which is going to get your least. Okay. So if right off the bat, what if I ask it, can you recommend different options for people that don't like this, right? So if you say, can you recommend different options? Let's see what it comes up with. Now, we're actually going to break this down to even going into the summer as well, but you can see. So best crops for 4 to 6 hours, early spring, you got spinach, bok choy, mustard greens. Those are good ones. And then it goes into broccoli, cabbage, which is going to be your high yield, right? And then it gives us rhubarb, sorrel, lemon balm, mint, alpine, strawberries, and then it gives you the maintenance. So now what I'm going to ask it to do is to create a visual of this map, right? Because this is what we want to do. So I'm going to ask it to create a visual so I can have an idea of how it looks and how it needs to be organized. And then I'm going to say, can you give a labeling of each crop? All right, so this kind of gives us a visual from a realistic point of view. So again, it's giving us ideas how this is going to come together, which is good. Okay. So now what we want to do is I want to tell it to give a frontal angle because I want to kind of see how it looks from a little bit better angle than this to give me a better feel of what to expect. Now, what we're going to get into next is, what if we want to get different grow options for the summer months, right? Because that's something that we want to stay on top of. We want to get a nice rotation going. We don't want to plant this and then just leave it and let everything die off. We want to keep things going. So this is a frontal view, all right? So again, it looks pretty nice. So what's going to happen is if most of the sunlight is going to be coming from this side, everything here is going to block this off. right? So that's what the whole concept is as it gets warmer, we want to block all the cool weather crops off so that they don't overheat before we start to rotate them out. All right, so now I'm going to put in here, can you give me different grow options for the summer months when it's time to rotate crops? What can I plant? And so we're going to see what happens after that. And I also want to get into, what if I want to grow corn? What if I want to grow watermelon? So you can see it says we can get some zucchini in there. We can get some New Zealand spinach, which is a summer replacement, a summer heat tolerant variety. So let's say I don't like any of this, and it also gives us basil, parsley, gives us dill. Now I wouldn't put dill over there because dill is also known as dill weed, and if you plant something there and you let it go to seed, it can kind of take over that entire area. So on this channel I love corn and watermelon. So I said, what if I want to add watermelon, corn and watermelon? See what it comes up with. And then after this, I want to get uh, a realistic view of the summer rotation. Okay. So it breaks things down for us, gives you all the information you need in some of the varieties. So now I'm going to say, can you give me a realistic display the summer crop? Includes the watermelon and the corn. So let's see what it comes up with here. So again, all this is doing is giving us a map, is giving us direction on how we can potentially plant things. So there you go. You can see the watermelon in the back here. You got your corn. You got your Swiss chard. You got your kale, dino kale up in here. It looks like so you can use this as a way to really get yourself prepared. Now, one thing that it hasn't done, can you label each crop? The image. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Because if you're new or you're not really familiar with some of the things that you're planting, you want to get an idea. Okay. So again, you can see icebox watermelon, bright lights. So bright lights is your Swiss chart. So it's spelled that wrong, but you'll learn this type of thing. So Placenta, okay, that's a kale variety. Some people call it a dino kale, and then yeah, you got your yeah. So this gives us a visual of the summer. So if you've got these options here, you can get your map going. You can give a realistic view if you want, and then you have the labels. And if you need information on when to rotate these crops, you can ask that as well. Okay, so again, I just wanted to touch base with you guys so you can see how you can utilize, AI to help assist you with your garden. If you have any questions from somebody that's been in IT for 18 years, let me know. All right, bye.